What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Chasing Perfect. If you're new to this challenge, well, I'm trying to shoot 9 under today on a 9-hole course. If you're not new to this challenge, you know how sad I am. You know how difficult this has been so far, how close I've come, how close I did not to get to finishing the challenge last time, and hopefully today will be a little bit different. I don't even know what attempt we're on. It's been quite a few at this point. Last time did not go so well, but we were using that used bag. I've got my normal bag back today, minus my slammer that Hunter still has hostage. Long story. But I think that this attempt comes at an interesting point in my game because I've been playing really decent disc golf lately, good for myself. But I feel like I'm kind of on the tail end of that hot streak. So I'm hoping I still have just enough left in the tank. We played a monthly match on the Foundation channel a few weeks ago that included a 9-hole portion here, and I was actually 8 under during that portion in that match. So I still got, hopefully I still have a little bit of that spark left. But we won't dilly-dally any longer. It's a crisp Saturday morning, pretty cool outside, nice and quiet. Hopefully we can just get this challenge over with before the course even attempts to fill up. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I feel all right today. Maybe I should, I don't know, try and warm my arm up for a second. That might help get started a little better because historically, I'm pretty infamous on these first few holes. Yeah, that'll do it. All right. We're going to go cash off the first tee, play the hyzer in as per usual. Still think that's the best approach. Okay, if that carries, that's really good. Just go. I think it beat the last tree. I think that's pretty good, but I didn't see it skip all the way down, so hopefully we're close. I don't want to test her. I'd love to just do it 9 holes today, get out of here, enjoy my Saturday. But I know I will be here 2 hours later, sweating and frustrated, most likely. Okay, pretty good start here. Got a little straddle tester to start the day, but we got this. Hey, there we go. Almost lost that left. There's the birdie start we wanted. Let's try to keep it rolling today. Okay, hole 2, still got this little 220-foot shot. I'm gonna try forehand the cash actually, because I think this will work. Should go pretty straight. Maybe just a little bit of hyzer. Oh wow, that's quite nice. It's actually pretty stable. All right, I think that got up pretty close. Oh, I needed to stretch. Oh my gosh. Wow, I'm surprised how overstable that held. That was nice. Not too shabby at all. We got pretty far up here. Just gotta make sure I don't get stabbed and or attacked. By nature, that is. Okay, it's gonna be kind of an awkward straddle putt because I don't want to get annihilated. Sorry for the car noise in the background. Yee. That had just enough. I was really gonna be frustrating if I missed that putt. Hey, we're 200 through 2 though. This is a great start. I feel we're throwing some decent shots so far to start. Feel pretty confident this morning. Really gonna test that confidence in the next couple holes because these are the ones I tend to struggle with, as you know. I must say, it's looking pretty eerie out here with all this fog hovering over the ground. Hole 3, looking as dangerous as ever. Just keeps getting more grown in and more grown in. Here's the good news is, should this series continue into the fall and this course dies out a little bit, holes like this will get a lot simpler because the woods will kind of die back. So, you know, I feel like I started this challenge when it was already grown in pretty good. So I definitely did. So yeah, at this point, there's just no sense in even trying to attack that gap really. I'm gonna lay up the forehand to the mouth and then try to work from there. Yeah, let's go Quake. That's not wide, Trevor. That's not wide at all. That is just, it's just the simplest shots that I can't seem to execute and that put these rounds in jeopardy. That's gonna be really awkward from there. My lie here is about as crummy as expected. I mean, the only thing I really have now is I don't have the forehand. It has to be one of these numbers basically. And that's just like, you're just playing the luck game because if you hit any of those trees and kick down left, it's just sad boy hours. But you got to give it a chance, you know. I didn't even like that. You could even hear the desperation behind that statement. I didn't even believe what I just said. What do I want to lose today? Let's see. We're just gonna go F7. It's real flippy. And I'm not as emotionally attached to it as other discs. And we're just gonna try and smush it out there and get it to turn. Give it some height. Ow, hit a thorn. That was a good shot. Oh, and it kicked left. Ow. Knuckle just straight into a thorn in the follow through. Look at that. Instantly drew blood. Nature's dangerous out here. Wow. Thought that was on a good line, and then I kicked left as suspected, so we're gonna have to see if we can save par from there to keep this run going. I mean, if I can even survive all this blood I'm about to lose. You might find me laying out here on hole 3. Good news is I found the disc. Bad news is it's in a pretty gnarly spot down here. I don't think I have anything. This hole, well, maybe an overhand. This hole gives you like one chance. If you mess up and do something stupid like this, I mean, anything I try to do right now, I will break my arm in 3 pieces. If you can see me back there. I got this tree just inhibiting everything. I want to just give up, but I don't know. I don't think I have anything. Okay, I'm going to pitch out and try to throw it in. That's all I can do, I think. Pitch it up there. All right, we'll see if we can toss it in for par. It's not a place you want to be, ever. At least I found the disc. That's great. Take away the positives. Funny enough, even though I've gotten like all the way up this fairway, it's still really difficult to throw anything near the basket. This hole is really buns. I'm just gonna lob a high ante forehand around the ways and see if it gets towards the basket. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Oh. Ooh! I think I actually hit like the bottom of the pole, but that doesn't count. Well, that did not go to plan. Hole 3 gave me a lot of trouble there. That hole, it just sucks. It just sucks. I hate it. So we're going to start our next attempt here on hole 4. That's been a pretty consistent theme. And another consistent theme is that we haven't been good at this hole, but we are going to change that. Today we're going to play this hole well. Let's go. Come on. Clap it up. Par 4, 573 feet. My goodness. Early in the morning. And it's not hard. It's not hard. We're going to go fairway off the tee. Stalker, in fact. Oh, look at this cool stalker. Let me tell you about it. It has a Stop Bob stamp on it over the Z stamp, over the stock stamp. And right now, the only way you can get this disc is in the Foundation monthly subscription box for this month. Let me tell you about it real quick. This month's box, not only are you going to get this stalker, you're also going to get my 2nd edition Signature Supra in glow plastic that I have in my bag. This is the only way you can get this disc is through the subscription box. And you're going to get a Z Raider. Not this exact one, not a Z Raider, a Lucid Raider. Not this exact one, but one. You get all 3 of these discs. It's a great deal. We do it every month. But if you're just interested in this month's box, because it's my box and it's really cool, you just sign up this month and then cancel afterwards. No big deal. But we do a cool one every month. Also, in mention of the stalkers, Discraft discontinued Z Stalkers. So we bought them all up. And we have them, and you can get them in the subscription box. Very, very cool. So make sure to check that out. FoundationDisc.com. Supports me, supports the channel. Subscription box. Very cool this month. You'll enjoy it. Plus, there's a swag item in there as well. Z-Stalker. Just going to force it over. We're going to make sure we don't miss left. Gosh dang. That's a boy. Let's go. That is so easy to do. Look at that. Just throw the disc with a little bit of anhyzer and it'll go a little right. It's fine. It's all it is. And voila. With just an easy turnover 7-speed driver, I can get myself to like 180, 200 feet. It's that simple. I still don't think we buried this hole yet on this series, which is hilarious. It's such an easy hole. But its upshot is still kind of tricky because the grass is wet. It's going to want to skip. We're going to throw the judge. We're going to try and get nice and close. A birdie to start on this hole, I think like might be the key to unlocking this entire challenge. It really might be. All right. Oh, gosh. Almost tripped over my back. Similar to the last shot, we just have to give this a little bit of ante. Have to. That needs to sit like nothing has ever sat. Oh, I threw it so far. I'm the stupidest man alive. I think I threw that disc 500 feet past the basket. What in the world? I'll never bury this hole. If I birdie this hole, it's not the real me. It's a clone. I mean, I may have parked the basket on the next tee at this point. That was just absurd. That could have been bad. That hole 4, man, that's just not a hole. When I thought about this series, I didn't think hole 4 was going to be the one that gives me nightmares, but it has been that and more. Well, as long as we can birdie the next hole and get an eagle, we're still alive with a par there, but I don't like it. Now we're on to hole 5, the other hard hole. That's just, it's such a perfect storm here in the middle of this, with 3 that is hard hole, well, a bad hole, and I stink at it. 4 is an easy hole and I stink at it. And then 5 is the hardest par 3. Just mush right there in the middle of this course. I think that the backhand hyzer flip is still the best play here. I'm gonna try throwing this D2 I put back in my bag. This is one of my college discs. I restored it. It was one of those Prodigy discs that had all the oils coming out of it. Wipe some olive oil on there, let it dry, back to new. This is like my go-to driver back then. Flips up nice, I'm pretty sure. Don't flip over. Yeah, look at that. Hey, that's nice. I got the hyzer really quick and I threw it low and I was like, that is for sure gonna burn over right. But it held straight and then skipped up there. That's like a 25 footer. Let's go. I know a lot of you mentioned in the comments with like the format, because right now the format obviously that I changed to after the first episode is I'm able to declare a new attempt at the start of a hole, and then my 9 holes start from there, just for the sake of me not having to walk back to hole 1 every time. I saw some people mentioning that I should do it basically where I don't ever restart my attempt. I just keep playing until 9 holes have lined up 9 under. But I think there's an element of difficulty when you have to declare a new round. Like for instance, I could have declared a new round at the start of this hole, and maybe I'd be starting 1 through 1 instead of having to birdie to go 1 through 2. But I didn't know that. I wanted that until after the tee shot. And I would agree I need to make it easier, except I've been to 8 under a few times now. So I think it can be done, so I'm going to stick with it like this for now. This putt is definitely a little further than I thought, but it's probably like 28 feet up the hill. Get in there. Let's go. That's a great putt. Wow, that got a lot of pop on it because I didn't know if it had the speed out of my hand, but it got there easily. All right, so we're 1 through 2. Heading into Eagle Alley. Back-to-back eagleable holes. We can get this thing back on track for sure. Just need to get an eagle and then birdie 8 and 9, and we can be all right. Okay, this is the first of our eagleable holes. 366 feet up the hill, par 4. The more grown in this course gets, the harder it is to get into that little hallway that the, well, kind of a hallway, that the basket is tucked into, but you have to give it a chance because I need to make an eagle in one of these 2 holes and birdie the other. So we're gonna go Raider and just go aggressively at the gap. Flip, flip. Yeah. All right, now get down. Okay, hopefully it didn't skip a lot. It was kind of nose up and didn't turn all the way, so I think it's short, which is good in the sense that it won't pinch me off into the woods, but bad if I'm not super close to the basket, obviously. All right, so this isn't bad. Definitely a unique angle from here. I do think I can jump, just putt it, yeah, over these limbs. I just have to find something to aim at, so I can at least give it a chance to go in. What's like over the basket? But this should be at least an easy birdie, and then we can focus on the next hole, try to get the eagle there. So we'll see what happens. That's left. Yeah, didn't even hit basket. Not a great effort. I mean, like I said, you can see how grown up it is around that little hallway. Like, it's starting to become a hole where you really have to throw a pretty insane shot to not only clear that tree line in the right gap, but then get into this little tiny nook. Like, you almost need to try to land like in here. But it's a tap in birdie. Second of our eagleable holes. Realistically, we need to eagle this. If we don't, we'll keep it going because you never know, we can ace, and then also our final hole will be 3, which is technically eagleable. That would be a poetic way to end the series. But yeah, ironically enough, I don't know that I had eagled this hole when I started the series. I think I've got it 2 or 3 times since then. Still going with the stalker. Just have to throw that turnover and let the disc do the work. Give it some speed. Just like that. That's a great line. That's a, You know, you never know where it ends up. That's a very good line. We will see if we're close. Hopefully, yes. I cannot believe this. I was looking for it, and then there it is, right next to the basket. This is insane. I have never, I mean, that almost went in probably. I have never been so good at this hole. I don't know what it is, but I just figured it out, and I cannot miss. This is a tap in for eagle. All right, this is big time. I wasn't really in high spirits about this run, but all of a sudden here, tap this out, and we're gonna control our destiny once again with just birdies. All right, here's the thing. We're back to on pace. We now just have to birdie out, have a lot of holes to play, but the only one that's I would consider difficult, the next hole is kind of tough, and then 3. So there we go. Got our forehand hole here on 8. The magic number is 5. That's how many holes I need to birdie in a row to do the challenge. I'm gonna stick with the Raider here. It's been my best forehand disc. Just need to get a little flip out of it. Okay, now fight back aggressively and get a skip. Get a little skip. Okay, a little more left than I would have liked. I needed some more height, but I think it's pin high, like 30 feet. So we got a chance to make that putt. That was not my best, but not my worst. Get in there. Woo! Oh my gosh, that barely caught. Wow, that is huge. That is so big. Okay, wow, magic number is now 4, and I think that was probably technically the hardest birdie left. 3 is the one I birdied probably the least, but that was the hardest hole, I think. We're on to hole 9. Remember, we still have to play 1, 2, and 3 after this because of where we started our run. But this is a pretty easy hole. A lot of the parts of the winning recipe have been there so far. We've made a couple long putts. We eagled one of the middle stretch on Eagle Alley. Now we just need to execute. It's the next 3 holes or 4 holes are all about executing. They're not difficult shots. You just got to execute. Skip a Firebird around the corner. I usually don't struggle a ton with this shot, and the grass is wet. It's going to skip. That looks really good. Needs to sit a little bit. Oh yeah, that should be good. Didn't skip super hard. Yep, 15 feet here. This sat up just enough for me. Not too shabby. Bang. All right, magic number is now 3. Holes 1, 2, and 3. We need birdies on all 3, and we've done it. We're getting close. Back to hole 1. Here we go. 3 more to go. Got hole 1 and 2. Holes 1 and 2, I should say, at the beginning of the day. Need to follow that up with a birdie on hole 3 as well for this run. Here we go. Go. That needs to go. I don't think it's gonna beat the second tree. Oh, it did. Oh, and it skipped down there. Okay, that's pretty close. That's pretty close. Wow, I thought I threw it too high. I must be starting to get some adrenaline because that beat the second tree and I don't know how. Oh, this is a tap in. Let's go. I didn't even know that it was this close. Huh. Probably should have taken my time on that a little bit longer. All right. All right. Magic number is now 2. 2 more holes. And they're, in theory, very easy to birdie holes. This is we actually might do it. I'm starting to believe. I was being pretty hesitant. I think today's the day. I'm going to come out and say I think today's the day. Met with a little bit of a dilemma here on hole 2 because I can feel nerves are kicking in. I know when I'm starting to get nervous and I'm feeling it. I'm starting to feel like really pumped up, really shaky. And I'm just scared to throw the forehand again because I feel like that's a scary shot, but I feel like I also have to because I birdied it the first time that way. So that's where I'm at. Full confidence. We're going to trust in the cash. We're going to trust that it's going to be overstable. And we're going to get it to the basket. It's going to be beautiful. And we're going to be parked. We might just ace it and just, that would be that. Imagine if I ace this and then bogeyed the next hole to lose. Can't speak that. Here we go. Come on. Cash, money. I'm not really sure what to think about that. I think it's a putt. It's shorter than the last one. All right, live reaction. I'm walking up to this right now. I really thought I got less hyzer on it that time, but I'm really nervous that that is going to be quite a long putt that I have to make, and I am very scared. This is not the hole to mess up on. It's so easy. Where's it gonna be? I don't see it yet. That's a good sign. Don't see it yet. Be even further. Maybe I am adrenaline pumped enough that it is actually as far as it was last time. Okay, I don't see it yet. This is good. It actually might not be that bad. Wow, where is it at? Did I walk past it? Where are you, disc? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, I see it. I play spot that disc. It's right there. I've got mixed feelings about that because it isn't super far from the basket, but it is on top of a pile of logs. Well, next task is just seeing how good of a lie I can get in this, because all of this is obviously dead and unattached, but I'm not gonna be able to really move it. And there's a lot of spiky things. Oh, this is gonna suck. Dang it, dude. I mean, don't throw it into the woods, you know? I mean, I'll be lucky if a beaver doesn't come out here and just start attacking me for everything I'm worth. There's got to be something living in here. I mean, this is just brutal. This is probably the worst lie in channel history. Maybe disc golf history. If I don't break my hip first. Trying to get, dang it. And this guy is a spiky guy. Get out of my face. Oh gosh, came back. There's just not even a universe where I'm gonna get a good lie here. Okay, this I can move. This is pretty easy to move, and this is right behind my lie. I'm so scared I'm about to reveal like the final boss of all snakes right now. About to stand up, look me in the eye, and just bite me in the throat. That was a bold strategy. Okay, I'm gonna try and get my foot on here. All right, I just need to like establish balance and then lock in and just throw a putt and not think about the lower body. Okay, let's try to get comfy. Okay, this is a stance that we can work with. I'm working for every inch here. This is tough. We're just gonna throw a putt with the arms. Gonna have to spin it out. Just be confident, don't miss it low. This is okay, we can make this. Let's go, let's just go. Get in there. Oh my gosh, let's freaking go. Whoa, that is the putt of my life. Oh, dead center, spinner. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. That was high stakes putting. Whoo. Ladies and gentlemen, the magic number is 1. And it is a short par 4. But it is also hole 3. I have chills right now. That was legitimately one of the craziest birdie saves. Wow. We're going hole 3 to shoot 9 under. Here we are. This is by far and away the best chance. Try check, make sure my mic's still on. This is by far and away the best chance we've had at doing this challenge. Let's run you through how it went down. We parred hole 4, so we were even through 1. Birdied hole 5 and 6, making us 2 under through 3. Then we got the eagle on 7 to make us 4 under through 4. We birdied 8, 9, 1, and 2 to make us 8 under through 8. If we birdie this hole, we will be 9 under through 9 holes, and we'll have completed this challenge however many attempts later. I will say, maybe not as many as I expected when I first started this, but it's been quite a few. And a really good disc golfer would probably take like 3 or 4 attempts. Boy, do I have a decision to make here. Do I just try and ram it into the gap? I think most would argue I've probably birdied it more times doing that. I think I might have to, just because if I lay it up, it's still a hard upshot. And also, if I mess up the layup, I'm gonna have to live with that. I think I'm gonna just try and ram it into the tunnel, which is not what I want to have to do. But I feel like it is my best chance of making birdie, because you just kind of play the odds a little bit as long as you get it around the right area. So we're gonna take the Raider, and I'm just gonna try and beam it in there. And I am going to freak out if this gets up into that tunnel and it's like an easy birdie. All right, let's go, Trevor. Focus, aim at the tree, hyzer flip it. You got this. Shot of your life right now. Come on. This disc needs dried more. It just needs dried more. You can't have excuses on the tee of destiny. Thank goodness we're not having to play hole 4, honestly, because even though I hate this hole more, I feel like I've had worse luck on hole 4, or worse skill. Come on. Okay, I like it. I like it. Get in there a little bit. Now kick out a little bit. Okay. We'll have to see how that shook up. Here's the good news. We're on the right side, and we got a little bit into the tunnel. Bad news, potentially, is it is kind of thick there, But as long as I can get from that spot, as long as I can get a hand above the brush and throw one of these numbers, it's usually not too bad. I'm not upset about that shot yet. I think that could be okay. This will be interesting. All right, we're approaching the jungle. It's pretty thick over here, but I threw a fast driver and I don't see it yet. So if it cut through a little bit, this is gonna be really good. Hopefully we're somewhere up in this brush. That's what we want. So we're gonna have to just probably gonna put the camera down and look for it a little bit, but I do not see it yet. Okay guys, I found the disc. This is quite interesting. I have to look back at the replay. I didn't notice the disc drop down, but it is ended up being, I was walking back along this brush and I'll show you, it ended up dropping down from the plant into this patch right here, which is good and bad. Good in the sense that I'll have footing because like I'm right on the edge of the tunnel, but bad in the sense that I'm gonna have to throw a pretty complex shot to make it happen. I checked. Basically, what we need to do is get a disc to the tree in the middle of the hallway down there and then have it fade a little off of it. It's an awkward forehand, but I think if I go with something kind of faster and flippy that I don't have to throw as hard, like a passion, it'll get to where I need to get it to go. I just need to make sure I get it online and not scuff it into the bushes or pull it over. It's an awkward angle, but we've got to make this happen. This is it. This is the shot that determines everything until the next shot. Come on. Oh my gosh, that's so perfect. Kick right. Okay. It kicked down. That's going to be a tester. That might be a step putt. Oh my gosh. I thought it was so perfect. If it would have faded off that tree, I think I would have had like a 25-footer. Oh my gosh. This is going to be another long putt to try and win. This is going to be so scary. This putt is even further than I thought. It's probably about 37, 38 feet, slightly uphill. I really needed to beat this tree because then I would have gotten to probably, like I said, like a 28-footer, 25-footer. I'm trying not to get down because I really thought that was going to do it. I was really excited. You know, the YouTuber in me started getting very excited to be like, oh my gosh, I get to post this video. And all I had to do was birdie this hole. And now I'm left with this. Here's the good news. My step putt, well, more of a jump putt, has been actually pretty good lately. If you've been watching the Wednesday putting league streams we've been doing on the Foundation channel, I've been making a lot of them. I can give it everything I got because there's no sense in worrying about running it past. This is it. It's literally do or die. If I make this, I'm going to freak out. And if I don't, I'm probably going to just lay here and just curl up in a ball and wait for somebody to come save me. Gosh, dude, I'm just so disappointed I couldn't get closer than that. Maybe this is for the best, though. Maybe if I had a 25-footer, I'd be so nervous. Whereas now I just feel like the odds are stacked against me. But we did it once. We did it on hole 2. We're going to just jump it. We're going to get it to the basket, and we're going to bang this putt. Let's go. Come on. Come on. I just ate a bug. I don't know what to say. That was such a poor effort. Literally the only thing I didn't want to do right there was leave it low because I knew that would be the hardest to live with. Like, I would have been fine if I gave that a good, I mean, I wouldn't have been fine, but I would have been at least okay with giving it a decent bid. Gosh, man, that one really stings. I'm honestly more mad than anything. Like, all I had to do was birdie this stupid hole. I mean, I just threw it so nose down into the ground. Didn't even have a chance the second it came out of my hand. Gosh, man. It's getting tough to come back out here and do this knowing that I just continue to blow up like this. But I don't know. Let me know if you guys still enjoy watching this series. I guess comment down below, leave a like. Because it has gone on quite a while now, and like I've literally, if I can get this close and not get it, maybe it's time to call it quits. But if you enjoy this series, let me know. If you want to see something else, just comment down below. I'm depressed. So I'll see you next Monday, and I won't be at this course. That's for sure.